taking a block of wood to provide more leverage, more surface area, and then I just use the pry bar. I use the pry bar to get the boot off the CV axle connection point. Then that way I'll use my vice grip hammer pull tool to hopefully yank out the CV axle. So here you go. Here's the axle. Okay. All right. This happened faster than I planned. Actually, a little easier. Well, easier than I planned. Basically, I clamp the vice grips with the pulley attachment onto the slide hammer, tapped it rather lightly actually, and pulled it right out. Wow. That's where the axle connects to the transmission. All right, I have from Rock Auto, CV drive axle for 2006 Kia Rio. This CV drive axle is actually for ABS. My car does not have ABS, and from what I can read on the internet, it says it should be okay. But when I install it, I'm just gonna have to make sure that nothing is structurally different when I connect it to the hub because of the ABS. I guess this is an ABS sprocket that would normally connect into the ABS sensor device. So I just have to make sure that there's nothing structurally different other than this, preventing this from turning the wheel. But here goes. Okay, I removed the plastic. This one does seem a lot more solid than the original equipment. It definitely has divots to make it easier to remove than what I did for the original. See those divots, those indentations? I could have really used those to just pry it out. But anywho, at least I have a new tool out of this. Okay, I removed the plastic. This one does seem a lot more solid than the original equipment. It definitely has divots to make it easier to remove than what I did for the original. See those divots, those indentations? I could have really used those to just pry it out. But anywho, at least I have a new tool out of this. Okay, I put the new axle in place. I've rotated it. I rotated it until it fit into the axle grooves, and then I pushed. I didn't push. Do not push on the rubber boot. Push on the metal housing, okay? And you gotta give it some effort, and you'll know when it goes in. It'll clank, click right in, and it's there. Okay, so now I have to put the hub on. All right. Okay, I had to remove brake caliper, well, part of it, in order to get the axle into the hub. And now I'm slowly turning the wheel so that the hub can realign with the strut bracket. So I'm doing that very slowly. So as you can tell, I'm kind of rigging up some things so I don't tear up something else while I'm trying to fix something. You know how that is. Okay, I got the hub back on the strut. Okay, just took some patience, and I turned the wheel very slowly. More than likely I may need a front end alignment, which caused me to even do this job in the first place. So we'll see how this ends up once I complete this side. Okay, caliper back on. Axle in place. All that's left is to torque the axle nut and the remaining nuts from earlier. Okay. All right, one tip I learned is to stick a screwdriver in the rotor blades to keep the hub from spinning while you're torquing the axle nut. That was a great tip I learned, and it kept me from putting the wheel back on, lowering it down, because I did not want to take an air impact wrench to do that. I wanted to use an actual torque, and I torqued it to 188 foot-pounds, the axle nut to 188 foot-pounds. So as you can see, I got the cotter pin in, and now it's time to put the wheel back on. Test driving 2006 Kia Rio. Replaced the CV axles, driver side and passenger side. 459,000 miles on it. So far so good. So far so good. Feels better. I'm not really fighting the wheel
like I was previous to the repair. I may not need a front end alignment, which would be a good thing. I'll definitely find out on my commute to work tomorrow.